It's official. Christmas is canceled. Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Yoshi's Woolly World. Last time, we finished up World 5 by taking down the boss and the special stage. This time, we're in the alternate dimension, hiding deep within the depths of one's uncleaned, messy dresser that they just threw clothes into for the longest time, never doing anything else. Storages look like they form a heart. Aw, how nice of them to be so welcoming to us into their evil lair. Well, this time, it's the beginning of World 6 with the same mountain that was up Shuttle Thread Pass and the lair of the smooch spiders. Something tells me it ain't gonna be a mountain. What badge should we do? I have not made all yarn balls big in a very long time. I said I love this badge, and gosh darn it, I have not been delivering on what I said I thought of it. After all, no one wants such a good badge to feel unloved. I know exactly what we're doing here today, and I think it's gonna be a little bit helpful. New enemies! These are, as you would guess, the titular smooch spiders. I just realized Yoshi will not lick the Wonderwall because it is the flesh of his fallen friends, and I don't think I would want to lick the flesh of my dead friends, but just an assumption, you do you. So smooch spiders. They form little lingering hearts on things. They're gonna kill you with kindness. Oh, I can eat the hearts, actually. I had a feeling the hearts counted technically as enemies, but I wasn't about to do it. Shy Guy, I saved your life just so I could use your body for my own needs. You weren't gonna get eaten by the spiders, but you were gonna get eaten by me. There's a lot of opportunities for building up eggs right away. You don't have to eat them. Just simply climbing on top of them is enough to squish them. They're pretty standard. Pretty tame enemies, actually. Oh, wait. That was not a tame collectible, I'll say that. And then up this way is the way forward. Which means, come on. There it is. That makes this, and that makes this as well. Now, I guess as we're kind of going through here, I want to share some information that you guys have shared with me. That's actually kind of cool that it's like a little bundle right there of where it was. Oh, and these are also big smooch spiders. They're pretty strong, actually. This thing doesn't seem to go down to anything. Could just be one of those invincible foes. I hope I'm not thinking of the way to take them down. Anyway, the information that I wanted to share that I appreciate you guys sharing with me is that I was linked to an interview where they brought up the fact that there are no Pokemon Yoshis, which I thought was very strange and very indicative that they just couldn't secure the rights because they have all these third-party characters and yet they don't have Pokemon suspiciously. The answer that they gave was kind of a lame non-answer that they had to carefully consider which characters would transition well into being a Yoshi and they weren't able to come up with good designs for all of them. I don't agree. I think that it's very clear that they just couldn't get the rights to it, and it's just kind of a PR answer. I can't prove that, obviously, and it is straight from the horse's mouth, and by the horse, I mean, Takashi Tezuka. That's what I get for calling the series creator a horse. Additionally, in the vein of very lame official answers to things that I have pondered for a very long time, there was another interview that was shared in which it was revealed why Yoshi's Woolly World was released so much later in North America than everywhere else, and as much as I hate to say it, I don't think that my ranting was really as unwarranted as I initially thought. The official reason given was that at the time of this game's release, Nintendo of America didn't do summer releases. As in, they didn't see benefit for doing summer releases of games that were finished, because if they just didn't release them in the summer, they could release twice as many games for the holidays. Summer droughts! You and I both remember them. They were a really bad problem that were plaguing release schedules a long time ago and felt like there was just nothing to play on a lot of systems for a long time. Which is odd because I remember that around the same time Splatoon was released early when it was meant to be a game for early next year because it was in a normal stable state and they thought that they wanted a game for the summer that year, but I guess Splatoon kind of has a summery feel, whereas this one, you know, you have levels like this one that are kind of Halloween themed and a snow world and lots of ghost levels and that kind of stuff, so maybe they just thought that it wasn't summery enough for their liking. I don't know. It's really bizarre to me, but that's the official reason they gave, and it also doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, so something tells me that they just weren't qualified to say the real reason. I saw that! Eventually I did. That's pretty well hidden in plain sight. I did not lock onto that right away. I didn't even see it there because the center of it's kind of normally a bundle of white wool anyway. Or a stitch, or whatever you want to call it. Give me this! I am consuming the love that you are made of and that you use to kill your enemies that are trapped in your web. Your web of lies. Oh, no. Come on, up we go. Whoa. They're upping things on us. That down there looks kind of like the front of a boot. The way that the laces would be on it. He's just kind of crawling up and down it. He's repurposing boots into his evil ends. How evil of him. And then, jeez, they're not pulling any punches here. Get onto this. Nope. Down, please. I have to jump. Nope. You're not getting me. Not getting me with your obvious traps. Come on. Oh, you have to, okay. I was flutter jumping and it didn't look like I could quite get that, but I guess the very tip of my bulbous nose was able to reach it. It makes me feel a little bit better about being born with a very large nose myself because now I know it has utility purposes other than, I don't know, poking girls you want to kiss in the eye and making them never want to go out with you. The struggle is real. Man, though, it is such a bad self-conscious thing when you think about your big nose like that, especially if, you know, said person that you want to go out with wears glasses and you know it's going to be extra pokey-hurty for both of you. I don't know. Well, maybe it gives them armor, but it certainly doesn't do you any favor. I don't know. It's having a big nose is complicated is what I'm trying to say. That's really all I'm trying to get across here. This is requiring quite a bit of coordination. They're moving it one way while the spike balls are moving the other way. And almost perfect. Yeah! Wonderwall! Pretty sure there's no way to take these guys out. I've tried jumping. I've tried throwing eggs at them. I've tried... Well, I haven't tried eating their love. I've tried eating the love of the smaller ones, and it didn't really seem like it was effective in hurting them as much as you'd think, so... Oh, this thing is actually still being spun from its bum. I've always kind of wanted to know how the nutrients in a spider's body are put together to form spider webs. I've heard that a strand of spider web is actually more durable than a strand of steel that is the same thickness. So it always made me curious, like, how their bodies put that together. I don't know, maybe the inside of their abdomen is really creepy looking and I don't really want to know the answer. I'm not overly afraid of bugs, though. Spiders have always been welcome in my house just so long as they don't bite me, and I know the chances of that are very low, and they're actually very good for the environment. I like spiders, I truly do. They make fixtures in your house that look like Pac-Man. This may or may not be scientific evidence of that being an actual true statement. Ouch! Are they still alive down there? Come on. I have to know. Oh. Well, it's okay. They went to sleep. They passed out thinking that they were good as dead anyway. All right. You want to know who's not finishing this with full health? Because I think I could name a few people that aren't finishing this with full health. One of their names is Emil. The other one's name is Yoshi. Come on over. Oh, whoa. Come on. Over that way. They put so much stuff in plain sight where it's not even hidden. It's just kind of hard to get over to without utterly getting killed. That's kind of where the challenge is that if you're one of those people that goes, ooh, shiny is good at everything that they see, you're gonna have a rough time. Nothing? Oh, no, there was something. Well, it's a Miiverse feature, so it might as well be called nothing now. Ha 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 ha. Flower! Number 5. Perfect. Parfait. And then I'm going back for that one bead. Because I feel bad for calling it a nothing, okay? It wasn't even a Miiverse stamp, so it was a less than nothing. It was like 0.1% of a badge. There that is, all the Wonderwall. Looks like we're gonna just rush onward, which is good timing because it is the end. Like this floor color, didn't get the bonus. I hope you can't hear my dryer screaming like a banshee right now because that's really freaky sounding, but it fits the aesthetic of the level. 19 out of 20. Let me guess, yellows, purples, whites, some kind of Halloween-y Yoshi. Oh, no whites though, but oranges. Sunset Yoshi. Not as Halloween-y as I was expecting. I do like me some purple in my sunset, so you have good taste. Wow, if that is not just the most boring icon for a level of all time. I think we've seen this icon before, but the other one was at least more colorful than brown and depressing realism, as I like to call it in video games. Snag-Stitch Mountain. I have no idea how useful this is going to be, but the all-you-can-eat ice watermelon is yet to be used, and I've said that I've always wanted to eat an ice watermelon, so I'm living out my dream vicariously through Yoshi. I'm just telling all of the awkward stories about myself today, though, so, up until, like, a couple of years ago, I didn't know what vicariously meant. I thought it meant happy. So, I told somebody to live vicariously through me when I was offering to buy them a present, and I was calling them poor in the process of doing it, and I felt so awful, because I just thought, you know, vicarious meant, like, vibrant and happy, because it sounds so much like it, and wow, Yoshi being Mach Speed, he's able to freeze bullets in their tracks by breathing on them. Like I said, his speed is relative. He's like a rabbit where, I bet he's like a rabbit where if you see him at actual speed, he always looks like he's hyperventilating. Okay, oh, I could have frozen them. What was I doing? Ice watermelons only have 3 shots, but it's not like it even matters because they're gonna come back pretty instantaneously anyway. I said they're gonna come back pretty instantaneously anyway. Oh, I still have a shot. Okay. That doesn't seem to do anything to this guy. This is a new enemy, the titular Snag-Stitch. Yeah, they're unaffected by ice watermelons, so I didn't really pick it. Stitching them in place will result in them turning into a platform. They look very sad about what they have done, so I will consider forgiving you. Ice watermelon, you are in the worst possible spot. Go away. Let's use it up over here, maybe, so that way it spawns in and okay, yeah, that's a lot better. Snag-Stitch, thank you. Sounds like some kind of gangster where it's like, hey, Snag-Stitch, I brought in Yoshi. Where's my reward? I don't know, probably just me. There's a lot of just me things, aren't there? I've yet to go over this, but bullet bill blasters will actually turn and face the direction that Yoshi is in. As is typical fare, they won't fire if Yoshi's standing too close, but you can actually tie up a bullet bill blaster to keep it from firing for a while. It's helpful if it's in an annoying spot, but I haven't really felt the need to overly do it yet. Can't hear if there's ticking or not. There is a pipe, though. And I cannot get to it because I need more. Well, give me you. Let's grind eggs for a little bit. Making a dark pipe. Going into it and finding an opportunity to transform. First, I get to eat icy watermelons. Now I get to live my dream of transforming into an umbrella. This is me we're talking about. I'm a little out there. Umbrella Yoshi makes a comeback, and now we're catching sideways drifts of air. He is able to catch the air and move up very slightly while deployed, but not always. Going down. Down seems to go a lot faster than up. This is a little bit awkward now that I'm getting a feel for it. Gonna let go. Tap A to slow down my descent a little bit to make it a little bit more even. Getting a little used to this. There's that. Remember that transformation sequences don't ever hurt you, but you can miss out on collectibles a la me. That is just a thing. Well, this looks really cool, but I wouldn't actually get to know what it feels like being cool doing that. Can I get another attempt at that? Yes, I can. I think I would very much appreciate getting another try at that. Go, 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 Yoshi, go, Yoshi. Go, Yoshi, go, Yoshi, go. That is actually moderately cool. Snag-Stitch, as one might expect, because it has a whole level named after it. They did that because we're never, ever going to see them again, and it's a darn shame, because it's yet another creative take on the whole making eggs and throwing eggs thingy that Yoshi got going on. There were better ways of saying that, but you know what I mean. It's a cool mechanic. It really takes the whole egg-making mechanics and makes them very cool. Kerpow! Kerpow! Kerpow. I was the initial victim of the third one, but I turned it around in the end. There's another Meaver stamp, hidden in plain sight. Gonna take you, and I'm also gonna take an ice melon. Make myself feel a little bit better about how I've been doing. That is, if it's an ice melon. Well, there that is. Some woozy guys. I should have frozen them up in the air. That would have been cool. Ice breath opens up that. And does that. And can I freeze you in the air? Come on. No! Ah, it was too high. Come on. I want to do it. I'm not gonna. Sheesh. I am really lacking in control. Thankfully, these still count as platforms even when they're frozen in ice. I think that I'm gonna come out and say it was not a very good choice for a badge. However, you guys are gonna give me exactly what I need. I feel like I never have enough eggs for what we need to do here today, so I will happily take more of them. Pushed many eggs from the bum. And now it is time to move on. You're gonna be a platform? Yes. With some nice, helpful tutorial beats thrown in, telling me how to get on the platform in case I was not aware. I appreciate you endgame tutorials. I have to know. I have to know if I can freeze these guys in the air like I can with the bullet bill. Screw off! Jeez! Here I want to feel cool about... oh, no! No! I am doomed to uncoolness. You can! There, was that so hard to answer? Common logic would say you could, and it would be really weird if you couldn't. We're back, and with, I was about to say less suckage, and then I chickened out because it looked like I was about to get hit. I know when to quit when I'm ahead. Oh yeah, meant to say that Sunset Yoshi was selected for this mission because Twilight has fallen on our adventure. We are almost to Kamek's main base of operations, and things are almost done. This thing came and went. It's ironic because I did actually think that this would be fewer videos than it was. I thought we would be roughly done by this point. Not really judging that much of anything than just a random guess, so I was wrong there. Yet at the same time, I just kind of feel like this has not gone on for very long, and we've kind of just gotten through it very quickly. I have mixed feelings about it where, you know, I am always happy when things don't overstay their welcome, and I think this is certainly a game that doesn't. I do think that there is a benefit to leaving the party early, and this game understands that without just going on and using the same level concepts over and over again, even if there are a few that I wish would come back, like Fluff and Puff and Babysitting. Have I mentioned how much I like that one? And then in addition to that, the Super NES Yoshi was selected for the previous mission because what a better Yoshi to save Christmas than the greatest of all Christmas gifts. There's a hidden thingy-mabobber! You are the Wonderwall! And it looks like we have missed the second of both types of collectibles, and we're coming back in here to get them both. There's not... oh, never mind. There is a readily apparent way up there. You? I'm gonna... let you go free. Yeah, they go from looking so angry to just being like, okay, Yoshi, I'll be good. Their voice is funny because they have their tongue sticking out. And, anything over this way, maybe? Yes! That looked a little bit too suspicious there to not be something, and it's just telling me where I was going anyway. I'll take a bullet bill. Yeah, I hate to say it, for a guy who just loves the ice melon power-up in concept so much and in appearance, it was kind of a bust. I'm amazed that I managed to achieve full health at any point of this, to be quite frank with you. There is the Perler bullet bill. I'll just let it go on living its 8-bit life. He doesn't have to know the world has moved on. He's like an uncontacted tribe. There that goes. There you go. Come on, bullet bill. Bullet bill, help me. Bullet bill. No, don't go away. That's not what helping me is. Is there anything over here? No, I don't think so. Well, maybe. Was there something up here, maybe? Is this an illusion wall? No. All right, wild goose chases aside. It looks like it's time for some bullet bill juggling. Good old-fashioned that. And with a flutter jump, how can I lose? With a change in perspective, I might, though. Whoop, grab that, and bonus stage at the same time. These end of levels are getting a bit more involved, so I've been kind of happy that I've been on with getting the bonus stages lately. Like I said, whenever something is a hard platforming challenge, do it flawlessly in one try. Whenever I'm like, yeah, this level's not very good, I think it's a little on the easy side, die immediately. Everything's free! Another reused icon, and another very generic one at that. If this is a lava level, that's also a terrible icon. What did this brown bean bag of blandness have anything to do with creating platforms and there being a beautiful sunset behind you? What did this have to do? I guess maybe it's not a mountain, it's more of a tree stump, but also what did that have anything to do with spiders living inside of a haunted house? For the repeat attempt, I thought for a place such as World 6, an expert on this sort of place would be one who is well versed in being a very simple stand-in for what he's actually supposed to represent. Mr. Game & Watch Yoshi! He looks like Yoshi went and played in the soot of a fireplace and now he's stuck looking like that no matter how much he gets a wash. I just wanted to point out how pretty this line of eggs behind me is, cause it is. And it's something you wouldn't have gotten to see had I not cut to it. Well, I lived vicariously through Mr. Game & Watch and saw, yes, indeed that does look very cool when all the beads are collected in one continuous run. Well, there's flower number 2, which means Wonderwall number 2 should be very close by. I'm gonna guess it's an invisible cloud on one of these platforms in a very specific spot that I never stepped on. What do you know? What do you know? Oh, there was a whole nother area beyond that bullet bill that I never explored. Oh, big eggs would have been so nice to have! I am just out to pick all of the wrong badges for all the wrong situations. The bullet bills are unnecessary! I was starting to suspect it when I saw how much height I had on that jump, but that's kind of sad. Perfect, all 4 stars. For those that define 100% as a star on the level select, I have good news for you. You're 50% less bothered by me today. Now I just need to cut it down to 1 level per video every time, and I'll be able to 100% please you some days. Hornet Yoshi. Okay, Hornet Yoshi. We'll see how well you do next time on Yoshi's Woolly World. We're a quarter of the way through the last world. See you guys then.
Wow! Yeah! Mmm! Yoshi! Hmm? Huh? Yeah!